Yeah. Hello, welcome, congratulations if you have made it through here. Today we are going to have a quick demo of our platform so called VeriStay. So what is VeriStay? VeriStay is a fraud detection and trust scoring platform for short-term hospitality industry, helping marketplace detect risky listings, suspicious host payment related risky and onboarding fraud and pricing anomaly in the trustee issues. So imagine you are running a short rental marketplace and hundreds of listings are going live every week, and some are trusted and some complete, and some of them exposes guests, hosts, and your brand fraud risk. And the hardest part, it's not just finding suspicious listings. The hard part is knowing which one need action first. So that's what VeriStay solves. So from our GitHub repository here, we are going to have the quick overview of our architecture, how the platform works and how it can be integrated on the existing short rental platform or hospitality platform. So VeriStay exposes its API for integration with the existing hospitality platform or short-term rental platform. So it works through the scoring services which have some detection rules already pre-configured. We'll have a look later on. Also, it has a hybrid fraud model and the trust score. So this rental platform are going to interact with the VeriStay API through the API console, the portal where organization can have, or the platform can have their own portal. Also, they'll have access to VeriChat, which is configured just to interact with the platform using the plain language or human language, where can ask you just a simple question in a simple language. So let's jump into our landing page for VeriStay, which just provide an overview and how the platform works. So to access the platform, we can just use the demo account from our GitHub repository, which you can find them just below on the deployment steps. So first we are going to get the clear overview of how the organization portal looks like, and then we can move on the admin side, which are the current role that the platform supports, with the future plan to add the granular roles and permission of the system. So you can just click the sign in button here and use our credentials to access our platform. Okay, we can just log out this account, which is an admin account, and sign in with the organization credentials, which is just a simple and direct process. So here we go, don't need to save the credentials. So here is the organization dashboard, which appears after our successful login, which is a page designed for quick business overview instead of showing the raw technical outputs from the API. It answers some questions such as how many checks have been processed, what is the average risk level, how many review cases are open, and integration and notification health. All of this you can find them on our organization dashboard. Our charts makes this risk positioning easier to understand, and here we can see the risk trends over time, the mix of low and medium, high and critical results where attention is needed. For executive and operation managers, this dashboard gives the first answer. Are we safe? Are we exposed? Or what should we look at next? So can just move on the listing and analysis page, which is the most important in the workflow of VeriStay. This listing can be unscored or scored. Unscored, unscored means the listing is available but not being analyzed by fraud detection in the trust scoring system. I can select one or more listing to run analysis. We can just check this checkbox and run the analysis, and it will be queued on our jobs and workers, and we'll get the results. Also, let's move on to the squad listing. Now we can see the squad results. Each listing gets a risk score, a trust score, a fraud probability, a model confidence, top signal, and the recommended decision or the action that the team can take. The important thing is that the output is not just a number here. VeriStay explain what the score means and what the team should do next. For example, the high listing here may need manual review, more verification, or a temporary blocking of a listing. A lower listing may simply be monitored. This helps the team to prioritize instead of treating every listing the same. So we can just reset and rerun our scores again and again, and we'll get our results. So we have some review cases of page, which it's a useful feature in our application, which is the ability to reset the score the listing. When listing crosses a defined risk threshold, VeriStay can create a review case automatically. This turns detection into action. The review case includes the item, severity, status, risk score, assigned reviewer, recommended action, and timeline, which this is planned to be extended on the next phase of our platform. And this is important because fraud detection is only valuable if the team can respond to it. VeriStay is not just saying this looks risk, it also helps to create a workflow around the risk. We can also generate the reports from this page of reports. So can just move on the developer section, where we'll have this page for generating API keys that can be used during integrating the existing platforms. Also, we have the API console. This is like just a developer playground inside the pod where the developer can load sample payloads, send a scoring request, and immediately see the response. Now comes to one of our important and nice features, which I really love this, which is a very AI assistant. An assistant that helps users to understand the fraud and trust data in plain language. For example, you can just ask to summarize our current fraud risk. So as we can see, it's summarizing and telling us that Pumzika current fraud risk is moderate to high, with notable areas of concern such as high risk results, indicating significant number of potential fraudulent activities and da 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 man. So these analysis can be integrated with different models which are configured on the integration page on the AI model section. You can configure Google Gemini models, OpenRouter, Anthropic, or Grok. You can also configure notification channels such as email, SMS, or integrate to Slack and Discord, also Microsoft Teams for sending different notification and alert to your team. So we also have some blogs page here, documentation, also the organization settings, which all of this comes on the organization pod. So the documentation here tells everything how can you integrate the existing short rental platform with VeriStay, and you visualize your results here in the pod, or you can just integrate the output on the platforms. So we are going to log out and see how our scoring service can be fine-tuned or adjusted based on the detection rules to works well. So it's logging using these credentials, and there we are in. So most of these are just common features. I'll know this and come to the system settings page, where from here we can configure the risk thresholds, model and trust scores. We can adjust this. Also can see our detection rules here. We can enable and disable them, which will have the impact on the output. Also, we can reset these settings to default. So to summarize, VeriStay helps you to rental marketplaces answer three important questions. Which listing are risky? How much should we trust each listing? And what action should the team take next? The platform combines fraud detection, trust and scoring, so reports, integration, and many, many more. That is VeriStay, the trusted infrastructure for short-range hospitality. So thank you for watching, and I hope this was a full walkthrough of VeriStay in just these few minutes we have gone through.